Investigate the sector elevator. Here we go.
Everything's good here, Director.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
And obviously we're going to be reading every single note. We're going to be watching every single hotline as well. Okay, here we go. Faden rides the elevator.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, interestingly,
Check this out.
Interestingly, Alan's reaching out from the dark place, and I don't think there's a lot of theories saying that Jesse is a creation of Alan's. I don't think that's the case. I think if you look across the RCU and you look across all of the things, like Jesse's character or versions of her, you know, whether it be Beth Wilder or anything like that, I think she exists anyway in those timelines. I think what Alan was doing was just shaping events around her, changing things around her, because he can't change her. Like he said, she's the perfect receiver, but he can't exactly change her, but he can change the events happening around her to try and then help him. That's my personal theory. Anyway, let's just get into the investigation sector. Go down the lift we go. This DLC is much better because you actually spend more time in the oldest house, whereas like the Foundation itself is, it's just not, like with all the dusty like caverns and stuff, I didn't find that as interesting as like exploring the oldest house. And it's, yeah, it gets very dark down here. Oh, hello. Oh, broke the bloody lift. Ooh. Welcome to the investigation sector.
Hello? Anyone here?
Now, this place was
Guess not.
shut down, I believe. There's lore here. Let's read it all and go through it all. Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest agent confirmed missing, presumed dead, from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, Agent Derek Shah. Letters of condolences will be delivered to you for you to sign for sending to their families. You'll be updated as soon as the additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the Firebreak. They are lost, I'm afraid.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
Yeah. There's a lot of lore in this DLC. A lot. So if you're not into reading and that kind of stuff, Casey Inquiry. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically the disappearance of the author Alan Wake, per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement. I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sound familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy, Special Investigator Gleason. But I think it's pretty much confirmed that, like, Casey was inspired by the actual Casey, because Casey went into the dark place, therefore inspired himself as a character. Darling investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation D0845 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous blank regarding inhumane treatment of blank currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of blank sector's personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of such blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's code name to be blank, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research. I think this is talking about a certain thing that's being kept in here. Or a certain person being kept in here, should I say. Not a thing, a person. Well, it was a person. Staffing issue. Mr. Dennis, so yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems like a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. In the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, and the ones who left other departments after Kirkland quit. We barely managed to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. So yeah, Hartman mentioned. Now, if you don't know who Hartman is, I very much say you should... Oh, resignation letter. Oh, that's a... Foundation target come up at literally the same time I was trying to read a note. Okay, here we go. Federal Bureau of Control. Resignation letter. It's with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this as protest to the rampant disregard of my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Various requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our blank, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the blank lucid side. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. The blank would be the director. Tractor supplement. Borough Tractor altered item, yeah, AI82KE. Supplementary materials. Note miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrough. William Burrough, male, Caucasian. Case summary, a 33-year-old man found dead in his property per police report. Remains obtained of coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy finding, blunt force injuries to the head, lacerations to the left ear and cheek, blunt force injuries, extremities, dislocation of the right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus, extensive trauma abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine, missing from the scene. Conclusion is my opinion that Mr. Burroughs' death is not the result of a mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. There are notes in here that I think... Clear this out, please. might not necessarily pertain to like Alan Wake stuff, but more specifically things that we might see in future. Keystone inspection. Again, there's a lot of notes in this first part. It does like the action picks up afterwards, the storyline picks up, but there's a lot of reading to start with. So just bear with it if you're not into the reading stuff. But it's all very interesting. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grunman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of him here. Given their records, it is possible they switched teams, like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grunman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over, but we walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off. Maybe get the comms guys working on the cover story, Agent Keenum. So, where is it? Here it is. The overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. I'm pretty sure we've seen that that logo on one of the doors in the motel. Ethics investigation. Authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Internal Investigations P1429 was launched in the Legality of Prime Candidate Program, which is Jesse and Dylan Faden, by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic blank and blank were brought into the oldest house and placed under blank. So this is all about Dylan Faden. Examination testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. The program has produced no successful candidate cases and only resulted in traumatic blank of paranaturally inclined blank. So traumatic, bringing up Dylan and traumatizing him. Now, this is a breach of the Ash Act, but it files in the face of basic human blank. This investigation team unequivocally blank the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be blank immediately. Which is quite obvious because it was very, very inhumane. Tractor procedures. This is the tractor that killed the guy. Tractor AI82KE. Item is not in Bureau custody. None known. Descriptional altered item effect. A Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses, or growls, and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burroughs Farm outside Trenton, Texas, which we just read about. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burroughs beneath his tractor. Police arrived and were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panic calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communications staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arriving, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burroughs, only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burroughs earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Yeah, the tractor ran him down and then decided it wanted to attack the agents that went to visit. Okay, we need to find I know we need to go this way, but I'm pretty sure we need to find...
It's not working.
Yeah, it's because we need to go find...
Probably a loose power core somewhere.
Yep, that's what I was just about to say. Loose power core. Cauldron Lake update. Here we go. To Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again, 3rd time this year. Something has certainly come out of our blank. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complained about them enough. But why the hell would raccoons keep going off the monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to have a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station, which, go watch the Lake House DLC. You know how work about that. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on blank lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with the investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this blank hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez, who we also meet in Alan Wake 2. That's one of her reports already sent into It's awesome, like, reading this stuff post Alan Wake 2 because it really fills in a lot of story. Underhill background. A lot of reading. I'm just having a quick sip of tea and then we'll... Lovely. Dr. Ray Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed at the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and was praised by who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to the paracriminal organisations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behaviour has been ideal, with the exception of an outgoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during the time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Dr. Darling and Dr. Underhill were at it. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. It is an issue, the mold. I will give you that. Director investigation. Further authorization, well, this is redacted a lot. Further authorization from Mr. Kirkland. Blank was launched into the blank of Director Zachariah Trench. So this is like the internal investigations part. A recent change in blank witnessed in Director Trench included aggressive blank when blank with other staff was observed. Whether this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff, although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter. Witness accounts suggest the arguments centre around Dimensional Research Wing and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's blank as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behaviour is not indicative of any blank, and his fitness to lead is not in question. Go to blank for full report. Well, he is in trouble, because, yeah, it's infected with the hiss. But there you go. Trench official warning. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence on my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they are admirably taken of certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. I don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You're a worm. Everything I have done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You're both failures, plotting against me. You're traitors, and the truth will emerge out of you. You're choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. The fact that he uses the worm suggests that he sent this after his hiss infection. We'll call it an infection, shall we? There's specific words that the hiss use. Worm is one of them. Okay, so that's... Yeah, we know what this is for. This is... That's for the light. Come on, Power Cube, this way. Let's go shove you in the receptacle. There we go.
Now that gate should open.
Again, it's pretty simple. You could literally just run past this in like 30 seconds and not even bother reading anything. However, in this game, you need to read everything. It's really important. Specimen Escape Assessment. RE Instant A49 Internal Confidential. Summary. The purpose of Internal Investigation X0397 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI1 that resulted in the deaths of blank agents. An inspection report of the containment equipped 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause. Yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the blank of blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggression. Blank. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. The air filters were changed, and 2, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Wake, entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Wake's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the blank investigation ongoing. Yeah, we know that's about Alice Wake. So Alice Wake came to the FBC. She wanted help.
I'm no detective, but some definitely happened here.
I mean, that is an understatement. Blessed organization. Now, we talked about this in the... if you haven't watched it, go watch the Foundation DLC videos or streams. I talked about the Blessed Organization a little bit in there, but this kind of goes into them a little bit more detail. The Blessed Organization. This group or / individual has operated outside the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. Review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. That was the camera altered item that we found in the Foundation DLC. And the movie review of the mailman being chased by the dogs. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in illegal use of an altered item. Chester Bless is basically the guy who runs the organization. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair Service suspected of involvement in an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. That was the jukebox, if I'm right. None of these businesses or individuals have been located, however, the connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Yeah, that's not going so well, because in Alan Wake 2 we learn that it's got a wellness retreat. And in the wellness retreat, they're taking on people to basically make it into a cult, because Barry Wheeler is now part of them. 2, 3.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet.
Or the
Diver,
filmmaker.
you look different.
That was just a role, a character. The protagonist I played in my old film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration.
Yeah, we see that in Alan Wake 2.
You need a drink.
Dr. Casper Darling. Again, we see him in the Night Springs DLC.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding.
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Jesse's face, just like everyone who's not played Alan Wake.
That was the Alan Wake? The famous writer? He disappeared years ago. It was all over the news back then.
And
Thomas Zane was with him.
yep.
The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
I don't think you do, though, Jesse. I think Jesse remembers it correctly. Anyway, we were talking about the circles with the dot in the middle. This is the door I was talking about. But yeah, that Thomas Zane scene kind of replays itself in Alan Wake 2. Again, go watch Alan Wake 2 after you've watched this. Definitely worth it. Well, that was the thing. Turn the tellies off now. That noise. Oh, it's this. Shut up. Okay. Yeah, you notice how it's all gone really dark now. We just... Yeah, it's locked. Inverted pyramid door. But yeah, so there's all these different doors to all these different places. And we don't know where or what they are. I have a funny feeling these are all like future plans for Remedy. So we've got, this is Control. This is Alan Wake. And then we've got these four, which quite frankly, we don't know what they are. This one is mentioned. Oh, there we go. Hello. There's the key. Oh. Of course, the Dark Presence likes everything to be nice and dark with the lights off.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came.
Yeah.
A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Yeah, we'll watch this, but it's basically Dr. Emil Hartman from Alan Wake 1 decided it'd be a great idea to go into Cauldron Lake because he thought he could control the Dark Presence. What an idiot. And then the Hiss and the Dark Presence combined into one thing. Well, not the Dark Presence, but like a Taken and the Hiss combined.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness.
That we can see that coming.
It had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained. Fragmented impulses on autoplay. Violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC. Brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another?
Yep.
The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source.
Yeah.
A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Oh, yes. So I think from what I gather from that is that the Hiss Resonance and the Dark Presence are essentially kind of very similar in how they operate. Like, one is sound. One is to do with darkness and light. So it's like the senses, you know? 2, 3. Right. We're through. Yeah, because he says about how we're essentially the same. Also, I'm pretty sure we have to go this way. It's like the first time in Control, you actually like scoot across. Also, can you leave me alone? That'd be great. Let me go this way. I've got to explore. I've got to find all the lore. Find the yellow. At least it's not yellow paint, I suppose. Whoa, look at this. Holy moly. That is a very squidged FBC agent under that door. R.I.P. to that guy. Yeah, here we go. Let's just find the yellow sheeting. And the janitor's bucket.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned.
Yeah, I wonder why it's damp.
Why did Wake want me to come here?
Almost like water is the way it transports through. Looks like it came out of a lake itself. Oh, look at the floaties. This place is messed up. Anything in the toilet? Sometimes there's like loot boxes in there.
That doesn't look like a house shift.
No, it's like everything's like duplicating.
Do I even want to know?
Probably not, Jesse, to be fair. Probably not. Dodge efficiency. Obviously, with dodge efficiency, basically just means it does. What do you call it? It just costs less, yeah, energy, which is. It's meh. Filming, filling and processing. Oh, it's his time. Oh, don't forget there's a note over here. That's important. There you go, you missed a bit of action, now the action's ramping up. Oh, a rocket.
Of course, the Hiss are already in here.
Oh, yeah. They're everywhere, Jesse, at this point. Literally everywhere. Roll parameters, triangle parameters. I'm sure that means something to somebody, but I offer a coffee if you do. What I think is really cool is that actually these whiteboards are actually like handwritten and scanned in. Look at some of the making of things they do. There's like the actual whiteboards. Foot gossip. Hello, my feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. That is a weird ass note. Service tunnel that way. Let's have a look around this way, see if there's anything else we've missed. Seized protection. Oh, look. See? Hartman arrest. Offenders' names: Emil Hartman. Victims' names: Alan Wake, Tor Anderson, Odin Anderson, Rudolph Lane, Wendy Desalis, Thomas Emerson. So these are the people who were at the at his clinic. So the Anderson brothers, Tor and Odin. Rudolph Lane, the painter, who we do meet again in the Alan Wake 2 DLC. Officer's name, Special Agent Remy Dennis. Charges, Code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals. Code 8, sanctions against altered organizations. Code 37, obstruction of Bureau investigation. Code 74, breaching the Ash Act. Additional notes, offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to the research for analysis. Being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility, and Wake possibly deceased. Well, he's not dead, he's just in Cauldron Lake. And the Anderson brothers obviously were released because the Anderson brothers... Get in here. Look, there's some loot in here. How do we get in there? Break the wall. Yeah, smash the wall in. Hidden location discovered. Get away, stupid table. Shaded facet. Oh, so that's the new upgrade material. Okay. Cool, I think that's everything. Right, let's go to the...
Whoa.
Oh.
Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
I imagine it's to do with the combination of the dark presence and mixing with the oldest house.
This darkness is blocking the door.
Oh,
so
yes.
Now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Oh, yes. You played Alan Wake, you know how to defeat this stuff.
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
Yep. Okay, up we go. Oh, look at this dude. Like he had his head munched off. Oh, look, mold. Yeah, we can't go in there. Gotta bring the light with us. Jesse doesn't need a flashlight like Alan does. Just carries around a light with her. Oh. Broke my bloody light. Hello, Hartman. I hear you. Reciting the hiss incantation. Right. We've got all of the throw things, so we're all good there. We've got all of the energy, so we're good there. Let's get levitation. Our throw is like the most powerful it could be. Astral construct. Oh yeah, we got a new weapon form. Surge. We need one more confiscated motive, though, to unlock it. Surge fires adhesive munitions that detonates when manually triggered or their timer explodes. It's basically like a little sticky bomb. It's a sticky bomb. Right, give me that light. We need it. Okay, so we've got film processing, Firebreak, Operation Center, and Active Investigations. Come with me, my little lamp.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time.
Worm
The
through
third thing was a
time.
monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
Yeah, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, watch this as well, shall we? The third thing. Notice how he says some of the hiss incantation, by the way.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else.
Yeah.
A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Nope. Yeah, he knows how Alan's writing the hiss incantation. Okay, so we need to get... I threw my lamp down there, god damn it, because I was trying to watch the... it's very dark down here. Investigations complaint. Kirkland. So you put me on desk duty just because I did a thing I was fucking hired to do. My job. Want to know what I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate this scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. And I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just about as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. You think putting me off the case will stop me? Then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. It killed those people all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let him back into the interrogation cell so I can flip him onto his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. So won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension, see if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. I put some emotion into that note. What we got over here? You can't see these. NASA Cooperation Review. Following the NASA FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including black rock lining, now found in all spacefaring vessels. Return all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that the relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs occurred by both organizations is showing the expense of NASA's recent launch of blank far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the blank will provide the Bureau with unparalleled resources for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. It's in the opinion of the committee that maintaining a cooperation relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Yeah, so they're using the satellites. A black market. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine altered and paranatural materials, was raided in blank Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and preventing the Bureau from questioning all the participants. Following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but they seem to be gathering information on altered items and paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau, probably the Blessed Organization. The Bureau's concern is threefold. There is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence amongst a niche group of the general public. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the items. Paranatural powers and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. The motivations of these collectors are largely unknown. Yes. Okay, so yeah, we need to turn on the lights in here. Give me the light. Oh, look, it's Artie's special missions. Playing the Hero's Tango for us over there. Oh, it's back upstairs, isn't it? Come on, Lighty McLighterson. There we go. Was there any... No. Right, now we need to get a power core. We also need another power core, apparently. Oh yeah, we can pick up multiple items now. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. We should do that. The Shadow. Paranatural entity, aka A010, aka the Shadow, also known as the Dark Presence, is an aggressive blank consisting of three known types. A. Localized manifestations of sentient blank, capable of occupying organic or inorganic material, as well as exerting blank over its surroundings. Type B. Shaded individuals, also known as the Taken. Human bodies blank by the Shadow, these individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain blank of their previous selves. Research is ongoing to whether this condition is reversible. I don't think it is. Type C, shaded objects. Similar to Type B, except the inanimate objects are blank solely to be used as destructive tools, such as windmills and tractors and all those kind of things we got attacked with in Alan Wake 1. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWE-35, which may imply a shared link to a blank intelligence in the Dark Presence. A threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive-defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of an blank. The Kirkland was on it. He knows. He knows. Eagle Limited summary. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of the paracriminal group known as Blank. It's not the Blessed organization because it's only one word, so there's potentially another organization here. As a result of this event, agents discovered that one of the cast had been altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of sabotage. Event response. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team was on site and able to respond to the train incident within minutes of occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. The suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. I do believe that we're going to be facing off against like some paranatural groups in Control 2. I have a feeling like the Hiss are going to escape, but also we're going to get other human-led forces using altered items. That seems to me the most likely thing. But we'll wait and see. Like, Control 2 is probably a little way away yet still. Right. Give me the power core. Is this an audio file? It's an audio file. Hell yeah.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood.
Thanks, Hartman.
If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance.
As you know.
By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
That man's got quite an ego. But yeah, so that was taken at the time Alan was... Whoa! Lights on. That was taken at the time that Alan was actually in... Oh! Oh, hello. Mr. Floaty Man! Hey, Mr. Floaty Man. Have your explosive back. I love that you can pick up their bodies. Have your mate. Oh, that was close. We nearly died there. Oh, confiscate motive. That's what we needed for the new thingy. Hello.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel.
Oh, motel observations.
Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go.
What'd you see?
Better work this time or I swear to God I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that it? That's it. Yeah, so it's kind of scary. These are all of the stations monitoring active AWEs. Ballard, UT. Rocky Mountains, BA. These are the states, I just don't know what. Sterling, Colorado. Ordinary. Yeah. We've got New York, because that's obviously where we are with the oldest house. Bright Falls, Washington, which is completely offline, as you can see. Just darkness. Pemberton, New Jersey. Lansing, Michigan. And Keystone. Wherever Keystone is. But yeah, so there's all these active AWEs that they're monitoring. Just the sheer amount of, like, potential for stories is crazy. Right, let's make this new gun, shall we? We can try it out. Yeah, so we're gonna try using Pierce a little bit more. Oh.
I don't feel right.
Yeah, we need to get into the light.
Something in this darkness is draining me.
That's the dark presence for you. Okay, we need to turn the lights on. Drain our health. It drains our energy. Right, so it's not our health it drains, it's our energy. Where's the bloody power thingies? Okay, let's just go and have a look. Don't really want to be in here if we can help it. There's a note there, but we'll read it after we've turned the lights on. Ugh. What if this is very dark for you? Dark for me too. Where's the power cores? The one up here. I can see lots of objects. Ugh. Maybe we can get one from here. Any power cores in the operations sector? Don't remember seeing any. I can't see any power cores because you'd see their light. Yeah, maybe we just have to go down the lift first. We'll probably come back up here later on and better switch the lights on.
Shit.
Oh.
Now what? What is that?
Oh, hi, Hartman.
Come on, elevator, time to go. So you don't like the light? What is that?
There he is. We just have to stay in the light. Because he will come out of the darkness and attack us otherwise. Right, let's read the note, because I wanted to read the note first. Vending machine procedures. Containment procedure. Vending machine AI81KE. Containment procedure none known. Testing and investigation sector is currently ongoing. A description of altered effect. Vending machine is front covered in a faux wood panel. Point-operated buttons for selecting food products. The item generates and stores a variety of material, both edible and otherwise. In its rows of internal trays, initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual to the closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living blank have consistently failed. Background. The item was discovered in a nursing home in Blank, Alberta, after a resident named Muriel Blank called a local news station about a magic vending machine. News story reported that the nursing home staff was purposely stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects as a way to raise resident spirits. The Bureau's response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. Right. Ah, look at all the power cores in here. In with the power cores. Lovely jubbly. Right. I can go there. Lights on, please. Alright, so we picked the correct one to start with. Let's see. Oops. Get out of the darkness. There's the... There he is. I see him. He's over there. Just trying to push him back a little bit. Where's the plug for this part? I see you there. I see you. You bloody damn matey boy. He's just like wandering around on the outside here. I don't really want to go into this bit. Okay, maybe we go here. I want to bring this with me. I'll just pop it down there for now. Oh, I see. We can go up this way. Right, okay. We'll do that in a minute. Let's read the note first. Night Spring Screenplay, page 1. Aha. So, this would be Over Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. Note, this screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all past episodes scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. So this was written before Alan joined Night Springs, which was his first gig he got. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to process them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are things you could discover in Night Springs? We're in a secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads, The Federal Bureau of Night Springs. I've told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. So yeah, this is This is Alan writing this, right? And this is Darling and Trench talking about the whole you know what I mean. The whole events that inspired the hiss actually coming here in the first place. Alan wrote that. But I think it was probably inspired by. They're trying to like suggest that Alan wrote the hiss into existence, but it's hard to tell, honestly. Very hard to tell. There's the possibility that Alan wrote the hiss into existence, but it's hard to tell where inspiration and actual facts stop. Because the hiss probably existed outside, and Alan found out about them after the fact. And then he's kind of just written them into this. Shum! And shum too! Nothing to read here. Yeah, I hear you. He's over there. Oh, I see the next one. Okay, so we need to get another power core. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Give me the power core. Thank you. Stay in the light all the times. There we go. Lights on. Right, Hartman. I will deal with you after I've read this note. Hartman background. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Bright Falls, Washington, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment centered seemingly unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent blank abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping blank to his own benefit, which earned him a Class 2 paracriminal designation. Note, for more of a link between artists and their ability to blank reality through artistic mediums, see file blank. Investigation has proven that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during blank investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released blank months later, having been deemed a negligible threat. His medical license has been permanently revoked, which is when he went back to Bright Falls and chucked himself in the lake. Lights on! Bye, Hartman.
Yeah, how do you like that?
How'd you like that, you bastard? Anyway, I may have noticed another file here up on this cabinet. Door appearance. Oh! Oh! Hang on a second. Okay. An excursion into the Ocean View Motel and Casino discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby hallway. This door featured a spiral-shaped marking designated door blank. Similar to the other doors, it is locked and cannot be forced open. Okay, I thought it might be talking about Mr. Door here, but it's not talking about. Alice Wake, a person of interest in the Bright Falls AWE, referred to AWE 35 for details, and the former wife of missing author Alan Wake, a suspected para-utilitarian and blank, contacted agents Shah and Dempsey of Investigation Sector using the phone number given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocols. The call resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought into the oldest house for an in-person interview. For full transcript, refer to file blank on blank 2017. Excursion into the Ocean View Motel occurred later that same day. Conclusion. Determining whether this was a basic synchronicity event, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or the door itself relates to AW35 is paramount. She should be returned to the oldest house, possibly even taken into the motel itself, to confirm if any changes occur. I don't think she ever was brought into the oldest house. But yeah, Alice was here. And luckily they didn't do any experiments on her. Down we go.
Man, what are you doing in investigations?
Hi, Lex.
Jesus, don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
What, like this one?
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
Hello.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman?
Yes.
Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that firebreak. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
Was, yeah.
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh yeah, flare gun.
Yeah.
Christmas lights.
Christmas lights
You brought
work.
them around your-
I don't have any of
Barry
those,
had those.
Langston.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the panopticon.
Okay.
It's kind of exciting, right?
Yeah.
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay, this Hartman thing can't have gotten very far. Let's go flush him out. Langston was right. This is kind of
It's
exciting.
just nice to have someone to talk to, you know?
Oh,
Ever
nice.
since I got put in charge of the Panopticon, people treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered
He's
items.
just chatting away to
People
himself.
just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know? I don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the item.
Doesn't
Still, I
want to
don't know if
brag.
people are making it
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
the teams in research handle
We can't go to the Bright Falls
materials
AWE
every
yet.
day,
We have to
and no
go
one thinks they're weird.
explore
Well,
the other
maybe
ones.
that's
He's
not
still
true.
talking!
Darling is famous.
So this is the Eagle Limited one, which is the train. Eagle Limited AWE. So this would be the train, I think. We'll find out in a bit. They've basically done what they did with the ordinary AWE site, where they made the scale model.
Like I was saying before,
Oh god.
still, I don't know why people are making it so personal.
He's still
I mean, the
talking.
teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there, but when he's weird, it's charming. Altered items really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about.
He's still
I guess
talking.
they're all trying to be number one.
Whoa, hello. Have rocks. These guys are annoying. Oh, I threw him. Okay. Okay. Chill it out, would ya? Why can't I hit you? Fucking hell. Right, it'd be nice to actually get up here if I can. There we go. Have your explosives. Where'd you go? There you are. It's so hard to hit these guys. There we go. We got there in the end. Whoa! Have your rocket back. Jesus! I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. I'm fine. Have it back. There we go. That's better. Bloody hell. That was a pain in the ass, wasn't it? Lights are on, though. I also remembered how hard Pierce is to actually bloody use. Especially those really... You just can't shoot those enemies. They're so mobile, you just can't do anything. Right. Get out of the way. Get out of that bloody way. A bit dark down here. Ordinarily, that would be fine. But in this DLC... Packed melee boost. What the hell? What the hell was that? What's this? Vigorous dodge efficiency. Thank you. Give me a light. I need to see what I'm bloody doing. Right, there's the power core. Ah, that's what the noise was. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There we go. There we go. Plug that in. Bonk. Okay, through to the next area. Got any... Need more confiscated motives for that. It's a ranger station. It's a ranger station!
Send a ranger to my location.
Where are you?
We're in this together.
Oh, hello. Jeffrey. Oh, here we go. These bastards. Have to be like super quick with the... box no! Thank you. There's a sphere around here somewhere. I see it. Nice sphere. There we go. Sphere's dead. Right, collect all the health we can. I think Jeffrey's dead. Jeffrey, no! Yeah, Jeffrey's very dead. Poor Jeffrey. Oh, yeah. Revenge Jeffrey. But damn it, Jeffrey. Right, there we go. I think we probably have to turn this around. Kind of like how we did with the... Oh, wait, hang on a minute. What's this down here? Oh, it's just a broken light of some kind. Oh, here we go. Again, follow the yellow thing. Look. Tells you where to go. There we go. That's the job. Okay. We'll go down the utility corridor in a minute. Oh, there's some darkness in here. this. I have to climb on here to read it. Brain missing? Squeeze me. To the good-for-nothings at the security check. I know you took a part of my brain when you put me through the metal detector. I'm not stupid. I know what they're really for. What I don't know is whether taking a part of my brain causes me to lose my memories or to lose sleep. I've been told I lose sleep, you lose everything else too. But you trick us regular people, though. I don't know what it is. I can't remember what you did to me, but I could tell you all this much. I don't find this funny at all. I want my memories back. You can be sure next time I visit the Baltimore-Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport, I will come and find you and make you fix what you broke. Sincerely, I don't think I'll be signing this with my real name. Like I said, I'm not stupid. You could just mind your own business. Sincerely, a crazy person. Yeah, give me the light.
All right, Ati. Was this what you had in mind?
Oh. What are we doing something for Artie, are we? Cleaning the darkness away. Is it just a picture? It's a picture of one man and his horse. Where is it? Here it is. It's in the corner. Any more? Certainly sounds like there's more. Down there. Ugh. Ugh. I can hear it. Ah, here we go. Right, did something. Okay, before we go through that, make sure I haven't missed anything. Ah, see, there we go. Shaded facets. I don't think there's any darkness in there because the lights are on. I guess we just have to drop down here.
Shit.
Oh, my light! Oh, these guys.
Damn it.
Ooh. Oh, they only give confiscated motives. They don't actually give the corrupted stuff. I need that for spin. This launch ground slam. I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna get out of here. Alright? Picking it up and I'm getting out. Night Spring screenplay. Number 2. Okay. The robust director shoves the nerd-like scientist aside and heads to the portal control panel. He slams the on button with a determined fist. All the more reason. The entire screen is filled with a dangerous red. Then it fades away and we see the two men are in another dimension. The air ripples around them as if they were in a 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sitting in the Texas sun after a 5-day road trip. What have you done? You've doomed us! Control yourself, Doctor. Where's this beast of yours? Right there, sir! A horrible, shapeless, shifting entity fills the horizon. It can't be described, that's how horrible it is. What a thing of beauty you've been keeping from me. Aha! Well, it's definitely good to go in there and learn all this. Again, it's hard to say whether Alan wrote the events into existence. I don't think he wrote the hiss into existence. I'm pretty sure he may or may not have influenced Trench to go into there. I think what Alan's trying to do is he was trying to...
Christ.
Yeah, lots of dead
The
dude.
Hartman thing do all this?
Yeah, probably. Okay, we need to put the right colours in. There we go. Red to get this one. Gets us an extra one of these. I'm just trying to remember how to do this. Oh, apparently I'm putting it in. Sure, of course. Okay, orange. Orange. Ringy! Oh, I kind of accidentally did it. Okay, we'll go for blue now. Let's go for blue. Ah, blue opens this up. Yeah, we want to do blue. Where's the final blue? Before blue. Blue. There it is. Blue. There we go. Blue. Vigorous dodge efficiency. Cease reload efficiency. None of this efficiency stuff is actually interesting. You know? None of it's interesting in the slightest. Okay, so we need to do yellow to get the main door up here. No, not that one. Yellow there. That's one. And yellow 2 is... Ta-da! Okie dokie.
Reminder,
3.
The law of 3 also applies to all faucets within the oldest house. Be mindful and don't cause any aquatic misconduct. Thank you for your attention.
Aquatic misconduct. I love it. Grab ourselves our alert. Oh, here we go. Back into the service vents. Oh, hello, guys. Boom! Shooter dodge efficiency. Okay, we've got a confiscated motive, so might try and use the new weapon if we can upgrade it one more time. With the sticky bombs. So we'll equip Surgeon. We'll give it a try out, shall we? Okay. So it says fire an adhesive grenade, detonate the grenade. Ooh, okay. That sounds quite cool. We'll give that a play, shall we? Alright. Yeah, here it is. It was the train. Alright, Lighty boy. Come with me.
Lots of dark corners to hide in. Okay, let's get the lights on and clear him out.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Boom. Oh, that works. Have your friend. Okay. We're just going to push forward each time. Where is he? He's out there somewhere. There he is. Boom. That's really good. I like it. Good dodge efficiency. Yeah, this is good. I like this. You like stick it to surfaces. Oh, shut up, Hart. I see you. Ooh. Nice. That's loads of damage. Okay, we move the train forward. Now what? Oh, button here. Bye, Hartman. Bye-bye.
Where's it running off to now?
Pursue Hartman. We could do that. Dead in its tracks. Oh, is this the train? Yeah, let's have a look at the train. Investigate the train at Altered Iron.
All aboard?
Yeah, let's have a look at the train. Connect with the train.
Good evening, all you fine-looking folks. Here's some smooth tunes to ease your minds and please your ears as we wait for that delicious dinner to roll right on in.
Ah, here's the dinner.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Tickets, please. Tickets.
Okay, tickets, yeah. Where the train killed everybody.
Oh my God! Fire! Fire! Everyone, stay in your seats. In your seats. Nothing to sir. Sit down. Everyone, hold on.
Right, I think there's an order to play this in. I think it's this one.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy
this
the
one.
ride.
And this one.
Smooth.
Tickets, please.
And then that one. That created a lot of noise, but I think that's all. I think that's all in the right order. Yeah, there we go.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have a ticket?
No. There we go.
You had a pretty dark ride, huh? But I hope you're done replaying it now.
Okay, we got a one-way ticket weapon mod. That. Projectile spread minus 100. Oh! For shatter. That sounds really good, actually. Let's try it out. Like it's like a special one. It's Surge and Shatter. Okay, this is. It's like a really, really fine spread now. Ooh, there's some notes in there. I want to read the note. We're going to go. I haven't upgraded Shatter. I never really use it, you see. But with this mod, it might actually be usable. Impact melee boost. Eagle Limited supplement. Bureau has gathered concrete evidence that the train derailment was in fact the work of a paracriminal group known as Blank, which, according to the Bureau's intel, has shown a concerning interest in experimenting with artificial manufacturing of altered items. Knowing the group largely operates in the American Midwest, the Bureau worked alongside the FBI to ascertain their movements and rendezvous locations. The corporation provided agents with information that led to the arrest in conjunction with the AWE case. On suspicion of involvement, Blank was brought in for questioning. An interrogation performed by Agent Blank resulted in the suspect being kept in a holding cell for 2 days without food, in breach of the Paracriminals Rights Act. Afterwards, the suspect confessed to his involvement in the Blank group and provided information to others in exchange for his freedom. Ah. I see. Okay, now we need to go follow Hartman through the big hole he made in the wall. My picture. Oh, hello. You stay down there, please. Do you actually stay down there? Yeah, it doesn't come up here. Yeah, that's good. Shaded specimen captured. Is this Hartman? Okay, yeah, here you go. Shaded specimen A010, formerly Dr. Emil Hartman. Summary: an alert from Blank Bright Falls, Washington monitoring station indicated minor AWE activity occurring in the area. Agent Estevez was dispatched to investigate inside the Blank Lodge, which she discovered the facility's former owner, Dr. Emil Hartman. He had been converted into a shaded individual, per definitions found in File 634-1923, and displayed violent behavior characteristics of its type. Agent Estevez alerted the on-site research team to the specimen's presence, and with some difficulty, it was successfully contained in a black rock cell. The cell and its inhabitants were transported safely back to HQ. It's the same cell they used in Alan Wake 2 as well, by the way. Well, the specimen remains detained in the investigation sector as part of the Bright Falls AWE investigation. Once the investigation is closed, research teams have petitioned to relocate the specimen to their sector for study. Well, that never happened, did it? That never happened. Whoa. I thought this looked like a secret room. Is there anything in the said secret room? What's up here? Ah, hello. Employee misdemeanor. Review. Agent Samuel Turnbull committed a misdemeanor while performing his duties as supervising agent of Project Blank, designed to help undercover agents reassimilate to office duties. This incident began when Agent Turnbull refused one of the operatives' entry into the oldest house, claiming they had been compromised. The situation escalated as Agent Turnbull attempted to force a confession out of the bastard. The injuries inflicted upon the victim required a trip to the medical wing. Agent Turnbull denied any guilt, maintaining the victim was some sort of pod version, that he, unlike his colleagues, could see their true intentions. He used Bureau's connections to climb the ranks of government and eventually into the Oval Office. Action taken. Despite breaching Bureau Offence Code 45, Agent Turnbull was given leave of absence with full pay due to his sterling record. He'll be required to undergo a psychological evaluation upon his return. What about pod people? What is this? Look at this. We go further up. Oh yeah, here. Hello. Hidden area? No. Charge, blast, boost. That'll be quite good. We can make some space. Charge, blast, boost. That's just blast radius. Okay. Okay, let's listen to the radio. Oh! just, oh, gods of Asgard, take control. Nice. Good song. Like it very much. Anyway. That was a fun little detour. Okay. This way. Whoa. Yeah, it's dark down here. I'm a little bit wary of the dark. Coming through. Ah, what do we got here? Hotel complaint. Hey Stu, did you hear about Fisher? Got himself in trouble with the motel. What the hell does he volunteer to stake out that place? Give me the creeps. Hey, at least he came back, if you call it that. I saw some footage where they pulled him out of there. Tom down in evidence process showed me. Crazy stuff. Fisher had the cameras pointing at him the half the time. I'm guessing he went nuts one day. He did catch something, though. Got one of those fiber optic cameras under the door of one of the rooms he was hiding in. Recorded something out of the hall. Looked like a shadow. Maybe human. I tried to get the quality up, but it's blurry as fuck. Just reaffirms my position. Stay the fuck out of the motel. Anyway, up for some shum later. At least got our hour and 38 minutes yesterday. Now a record to beat. See ya, Dave. Yeah, so Tom was the guy that we had the recording of in the motel that got by something. Oh. Here we go. Nope. Let's see if we can break through. Bonk. Absolutely upgrade shatter from here. Probably can, but I need remote thoughts. I'm out of remote thoughts, apparently. We'll still give it a try, like, you know, I'm sure, like, damage-wise it's still fine. AWE Transit Bay. Oh. Uh-oh. Remember to stay in the light. Uh-oh. Oh, there he is.
We need to get those lights on.
Right, let's go into here. This is probably
need a power core.
Gotta kill the hiss that are out here first. Where are they? I mean, that does its job, I guess. It stuns them, which is pretty good. Boom. Hi, Hartman. I don't think so, matey boy. I don't think so. Okay. Gotta destroy all of the... hiss thingies. Trying to find where they are. Oh! That was close. Where am I being shot from? Oh, that's not good. There'll be health in here, right? Yeah, there is. Ooh, okay, where's the power cores? I can't bloody see any. If that works. No, okay. Whoa! Okay, I think I know how to get them. I think they are behind these things. We just need to... Ah, here we go. Give me that power core, please.
We need another power core.
We need 4 power cores in total. Whoa! That does work really well. Ah. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're... Come on, yeah, go through the door. There we go. Right, and now every time we put a power core in... it sees him through the wall here. Kill the other one for me, could you? You'll do me a favour. Cheers, bud. There we go. I mean, that works too. That also works really well because you can, like, fire it into the darkness. Oh, shit, there he is. Hello, Hartman. Okay, right. One left to go. Oh, shit. I think I blew it up in my face. Okay, we're still at full health, remember? The last time we were, like, dead. Okay. Right, last one. Last one is... that one over there in that corner. There we go. Easy peasy. One there. Last one? Last one. Let's go! In we go. And...
okay, now where's the switch?
What do you mean? This one right here. There we go. Take that, Hartman, you sack of shit. Bye-bye. Hey. That's that one dealt with. I think that's this AWE. Or shaded facets. Brow Morale. What a name. I don't know if we read about the Frau Morale AWE. We'll probably learn a bit more about it when we go in there. But for today, I'm going to be leaving it here. We'll be continuing this one in the next part. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like. Also, if you're new here, consider subscribing, click the bell icon to be notified as soon as my new videos go up. Take it easy, everybody, and I'll see you all again very soon.